What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to the original Road to Glory on FIFA 17, and today is episode number 49. Before we get stuck into the episode, a couple of things. If you do enjoy this episode, still enjoying the series, be sure to leave a big thumbs up on this video even, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And a quick reminder that this Thursday I'll be playing against some of you guys. If you want to get involved and be a part of this series playing against me, it'll be this Thursday 8 PM UK time. To have a chance to play me, all you need to do is like a tweet that'll be in the description down below. I know a few of you have liked it already, so hopefully I get a chance to talk to you on the mic, play you all, as many of you as I can on Thursday. But like I say, if you want to have a chance, all you need to do is like that tweet that's in the description down below. But we're going to kick off this episode, really. There's quite a lot to cover. I mean, last time you saw this series, we were building a new team. We built a 3-5-2. We'd packed the red Dybala. It was an incredible episodes. And what basically followed was our worst ever weekend league performance. I'm going to show you here, we actually only came away with 16 wins. We had a few games spare. In all fairness, we had 9 games spare, so I could have got the 18, I think, if I'd have played the rest of the games. But I ended up playing them late on Sunday, and I just ran out. I just got tired, lost the willpower, and we even, as you can tell by the title, played against Bruce Granick, who is like a renowned FIFA professional player who's won, I think, three interactive World Cups. We came against him, and you're going to see some highlights of that game in the background in just a second. But everything we just felt like it was going against us. It was crazy. This is the team that we used. The first 10 games that we played, we came out with 8 wins, which was a phenomenal start. So for then to go on and play another 19 games and only come away with 8 wins was very disappointing. As always, we made changes to this team. We subbed on Luis Suarez at the start. He came into that cam position, and that was how the team played. And 3-5-2, at times it seemed absolutely incredible, and at other times it seemed just like there was no cover at the back. And I think the best way I can describe it was, if I was playing a 4 at the back formation, there were games that I would have seen out and won, where perhaps there were games where I was using the 3-5-2 where I was being edged out of games where, like I say, perhaps if I was playing 4 at the back, I would have won, if that makes sense. But Brooks, I was very impressed with. Dybala's had a fantastic start. We played 34 games with him. He's got 32 goals and 5 assists, so punching above that goal assist contribution per game. I think he can do a little bit better as well. There were times where, like I said, the team didn't play well at all, and it just didn't give the strikers a chance. So I'm very excited to continue using him in the new team, which we'll talk about in just a second. But I'm going to talk a bit more about the 3-5-2, and while that's happening, we'll show some quick highlights of that game against Bruce Granick. You're going to see his team in the background now. He's ridiculous. He's got a full red team, all Bundesliga. This is just his Bundesliga team, by the way. He's got so many different league teams with the same kind of thing going on, where it's all reds. And he had Lehmann in goal, Aubameyang up front. He had Dembele that was causing me a lot of issues, and I imagine he saw my 3-5-2 and thought, you know what, this guy is in for the Cumberland, because he absolutely dominated me from start to finish. I couldn't get out, even subbed on some bronze guy in the second half, but we just could not compete. And talking a bit more about the 3-5-2, I think I could have done a bit more with Martial at left mid. I think if we'd have stuck with Son there at high, he perhaps would have been a bit more defensive cover. Of course, Martial is high medium. However, I don't feel like he did particularly badly, Martial. I think he did a decent job, but like I say, if we had someone with high work rates there, it would have been a bit better. And the way I played the formation, I wanted to use it to try and control games. I wanted a formation that I could keep the ball a bit better with in the middle of the park. But it's one of those things, like, because I'm so used to playing 4-3-1-2, even on a bad day when I don't feel like I'm playing well, in autopilot I can still grind out some results, whereas 3-5-2 I felt like I had to be concentrating constantly. I had to think about who I was bringing forward, about who was going back, and when I wasn't playing well, I never won a game where I wasn't playing well, basically. Whereas in other formations, that's a better way of summarising it, actually, whereas with other formations like the 4-3-1-2, 4-3-2-1, there's been times where I've been playing poorly and still been able to grind out the results. That's the best way I can sum it up. So it definitely has potential. It showed that with the first 10 games where I went to got 8 wins out of 10, which was fantastic again. But when I had a poor stint on the Saturday night and Sunday as well, I just wasn't able to grind out the results, and that's what the record shows. 16 wins with how many games played? 29, something like that. It's just it's not good enough, basically. So we're going to be changing up teams. I'm going to show you the team that we're going to be using now. I'm going to be trying another formation. This one a little less different. It's one that I think a lot of people rate, and that is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I've pretty much built it, apart from the left back, who I'm going to buy in just a second. I wanted to show you the team before I sold the players from that other team so I can afford him. But there's a couple of players we're trying out there. You'll notice that Martial and Suarez are on the bench. They are going to remain on the bench. They're going to be super, well, they're going to be super subs, but I'm not going to be subbing them on straight away is what I'm saying. But I'm quite lucky because Banega is someone we packed. He right now is obviously going for a lot of coins, and this is an issue right now because building a new team is difficult because anyone that's rated 84, the likes of Manalas, the likes of De Rossi, who's an 83, are going for a very, very inflated price because of the inform SBC that's out right now. So we had to sort of tiptoe around that, and this is the team we come up with. We've got Red Diabala up front with El Sharawi. We've got Banega, who we packed a while ago, that I've been holding on to at Cam. And the reason I've not sold the 84s, by the way, is because I think that people are draining them all out the club, and I think when the team of the season SBCs come out, the proper ones, I think you're going to need them again. So I'm trying to hold on to them in the hope that that's the case. We bought in this guy at left centre mid. Never used him. His name is Milinkovic-Savic, but he's got some very, very decent stats. He's 6'3" as well. High medium isn't ideal. I would have preferred a medium or a high, but I still think he's got some great stats. Good physical, defending's decent, good dribbling, good passing. 6'3", like I said, I think he'll be very, very decent. Right CM, we bought in Raja Nainggolan, not the upgraded version, just the original. He's cost us 22k, 84 rated. I think everyone knows about Raja Nainggolan, an absolute monster on this game. We've got first owner Biglia at CDM. We've got this guy untradeable. We did a few of the 82 plus guarantees and packed him, so we're going to put him to use. Then in defence, we're using Red Brooks, who I was very impressed with over the weekend. Even though he didn't do the best, he still looked very, very solid. We've got Socrates, another 85 that's probably going for an inflated price right now. He cost us 4.4k at the time, and he's pretty decent. We've got Red Peacecheck at right back, and we've got Berkey in goal, who I think Farman's better than him, but he's red, and I want to use him, and he gives us a strong link into Socrates to get him on chemistry as well, who we already had in the club. We've got Martial's going to be on the bench. We've got Suarez is going to be on the bench. Iborra's going to be on the bench. I was tempted to try and make it all Syria and use this Consiglia, but I decided to go against that and just make it a Bundesliga defence in the end. But hopefully this team can perform well. I've not fully tried out the 4-1-2-1-2 brackets 2 yet. That's a bit of a mouthful. I've tried it for the odd game here and there, but I'm going to give it a proper go. Of course, we need to actually qualify for the weekend league this weekend, and the tournament for the first couple of days, you can't have any special cards, so I don't think I'm going to be trying that. But when it becomes to the no entry requirements tournament, I'm going to be hopefully qualifying and using this team. I'll probably be testing this out in seasons, and probably this is the team that I'm going to be playing you guys against when I play you guys on Thursday. So that's what's going to be going on there. We just need to buy Plattenholt, the inform at left back, who's going for about 17k. There's a couple of players that I'm going to sell out the team we were using at the weekend. Like I say, I didn't want to sell them just yet because I wanted to show you who we're using. Blaszczykowski is going to be sold for about 15k. Kante is going to be sold. Zuma's going to be sold. So we will have the coins to afford it. And of course, we've still got the money to come in from the weekend league where we get about 20k as well. Now, another couple of things I want to show you. Transfer list first, I think, is what I'm going to show you. We've sold a few of the 83 rated players that were going for inflated prices. You can see 3,300, all around 3k, I think. And they're all going for prices that are just way above what they should be going for. It was just a game for the Inform SBC. We've got a duplicate Farman here that we packed last time out. He's currently going for about 6.5k, but again, holding on to those 84s for hopefully when the team of the season things come out. And we've also got 8 packs to open in store, and all these are ones that I've been doing from the league SBCs. I've been doing just the individual ones that weren't overly expensive and gave you decent player packs. For example, we've got some prime player packs here, and these ones I got from one of them was from AC Milan in the Calcio A League SBC, and I think it cost about 5k, which was well worth it in my opinion for a prime gold players pack. So we're going to save these for team of the season at this point, unless I get bored and open them, which is very much a possibility. But they're ready for team of the season in theory, and I don't think there's anything else I need to show you really. You can see we've been playing a bit of Division 2. We played 4-1-4. That was all with the 3-5-2 team, but we are going to be doing a bit more of that with the 4-1-2-1-2 team. I think that is all that you're going to see from today's episode, to be honest. But like I say, a very disappointing weekend league to summarise. We're going to be trying out the 4-1-2-1-2 this time out. Hopefully that can do us a little bit better. And yeah, don't forget as well, if you want to play me on this series, to like or favourite, whatever you want to call it, that tweet on Twitter, and that will be going down on Thursday. And yeah, that's just about all there is to cover, lads. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on the video. Always massively, massively appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video, which is probably going to be, I don't know what it's going to be, to be completely honest. It might be another Road to Glory. In fact, if anything, it'll be a player review, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it. So if there's not a video tomorrow, then there will be, of course, a new one on Wednesday. So I'll catch you all there, lads. Enjoy the rest of your day. The camera's just run out at the end of the episode. What timing that is. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll speak to you in the next video, lads. Nidge out.
Yo, he's Nidge, plays with big games, and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids, hey, you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the